you beautiful awesome people, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution, and it is the day before the international release. I should have done probably like the Majora's Mask thing where it's like day 3, 72 hours before release, and then day 2, 48 hours before release, and then day 1, or like 1 day before release, 24 hours remaining, but I'm not creative enough apparently. I've just only thought of it then. Damn it. I'm gonna blame the fact that I was sick because of that. Anyways, in this episode, we are going to wrap up the final knots for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters era. And yes, as you can tell from the top right corner there, I've replenished my points. Not only that, we finally, after grinding 40,000 points, I managed to finally get all 942 cards from Yugi's booster pack. Yugi boy don't like me, and I don't like him now. So I did manage to build a deck out of it, and it sucks because I realized the card that works really well with this particular deck isn't even in this game, which means it was released after Legacy of the Duelist, which means I kind of hope if this game does get an update, to actually add in that card. And the card I wanted was Pot of Extravagance, and the deck I'm building is a Skull Servant or King of Skull Servant deck. I was like, oh, this deck sounds really fun, and I've never used this deck. I know I said I was going to do a Dark Magician deck, but my confidence for building one is a little bit at the moment. And I kind of looked over a few references, and it didn't really tickle my fancy, but the Skull Servant one did, but unfortunately there's a lot of cards I'm missing, and mainly because a lot of them are from the GX era, which is actually the era moving on in tomorrow's episode, thankfully, out of Bastion's booster pack. And there was like a couple from Bakura's, but I managed to pick up from one of the advance or the Duelist challenges from Yugi, so I was grinding off of him whilst getting some duel points. So I got Burial from a different dimension, I got Twin Twister as well. I think that's what mainly Yugi gave me. Then I threw in some Pot of Greeds from Graceful Charities, Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, and Allure of Darkness. I mean, I kind of had to work with what I had. There's like another card that I could have thrown in, but I didn't do Bakura's pack, so I don't have it. It was kind of like another form of Mizuki. It was like Mizoki, or something starting with M, and I don't remember what it was called, but it's another one of these dudes. It did something, and it worked well with this deck, so as I said, it's kind of working with what I can do at this point in the game, and the fact I haven't opened up a lot of booster packs, and I've only just finished the Duel Monsters era, so I will show it off. I'll show how bad it is. It's not what you would run for this particular deck. As I said, the main component of this deck isn't even in the game, so I was like, I mean, I kind of can work around it. I also did Dark Hole. I was like, maybe it could work, and at the same time, it could also help get rid of some threats. I even got Raigeki in there just to help the deck, Monster Reborn. Even though this deck does have great revival already or self-sustain inside of it. Lure of Darkness just to help with that too, just to help mill the deck. Another thing I was thinking too, and I was only just thinking about it because Yugi used it as well, was Light Swans, and plus someone on the Discord, I think their name was A Cheese, mentioned Light Swan worked well with zombies as well, and problem though is I don't have Light Swans yet in my chest, so that could be another alternative as well to running in this particular deck. So, as I said, you can say what you want about the deck, but for now, that's all I can really do for it, so it's kind of going to be there for the lulz. And as I said, I really wanted to build that particular deck, because ever since I heard about it, I was like, oh, this deck sounds really cool, I want to try it one day. Anyways, this is what we're going to be working on, and that's basically it. So as I said, it's going to be a really chill episode, just going through, doing some of the advanced duels, and just knocking them off. The only one I didn't really grind off of was Yami Yugi. All the rest of the ones I unlocked, I've already gone through and grinded all their cards that I could get, all their duel points. And of course, we'll finish it off with some Kaiba cards, and hopefully we pull some decent not red eyes, we've already done that, blue eyes cards. And already I'm kind of looking at a very dismal hand here. What? Oh, I need that card 1-for-1. How come he has it? You didn't even drop that card. That's another card apparently that can help this deck. Send one monster. Oh, okay, so it's like seeing a monster. Well, thankfully I have Raigeki and a Dark Hole in this deck. Wow, that's kind of nasty. And it wants me to use Twin Twister, I'm guessing. Yep, because it's a quick play. So what I could do, once per turn if a monster you control is destroyed by battle, draw one card. I don't particularly want to use Twin Twister just yet. Well, I'm gonna start off by banishing that Skull Servant. I even drew like the King of Skull Servants. Then I'm gonna use Foolish Burial. Unfortunately, I keep getting Twin Twister for a little while too. And I'm gonna just send Skull Servant to the graveyard. And then new to that. And then what I will do after that is... what am I going to do? I think I'm just going to Raigeki since I've got it in my hand. And just do that. I mean, Supply Squad will activate. There's nothing I could really do. And it's a bit of a waste at the moment just going for that. And then I'm just going to summon... there's no point really going for King of the Skull Servants just yet because my graveyard's pretty pathetic. Not gonna lie. Oh god, no. Hold down that B button. Hold down the B button. Because I'm gonna get constant barrages of dialogue boxes. Alright, so that's a start. And by the way, same as before when I did like a mass grind session, I don't really know the whole basis of their decks. I kind of just grinded and surrendered first turn, well, first or second turn, whatever happened there. That's a lot of life points, and luckily I saved a Dark Hole. So that's 3,000. That was a Synchro for Buster Dragon. This is like a Buster Blader deck, so maybe I should be taking notes. And it went in defense. Oh! A Buster Blader with quite a lot of attack points there. But he can't attack because of Soul Charge. So that's good for me. And another Foolish Burial, which is also good for me. So then I'm going to hold down B, and then after that I'm going to send... I was going to say there should be one more Skull Servant in my deck. No. And then I'm going to play Dark Hole. To do that, yes, that will... but he's only going to draw one. Then I'm going to... heck it. We're just going to go for King of Skull Servants. It's not going to have a lot of attack. I mean, this thing's supposed to have a tremendous amount of attack, but unfortunately I just haven't really gotten what I've wanted. Alright, that's the best I'm going to do. He's either not going to be able to have a card here to play, and which means he could very well end phase, or not, just play a card down, or something. Oh, now I'll gladly play my Twin Twister, just whether or not I'm going to draw a card. DNA Surgery? Sure, go for it. I know why you used DNA Surgery on Dragon too, because that would have powered up Buster Blader, so that gets sent to the graveyard. And I also power up my King of Skull Servants because it gains 1,000 attack for every Skull Servant in the graveyard, and most cards to turn them into Skull Servants whilst in the graveyard. So now Alistair's got no cards in his hand. And even his most defensive level 1 monster, by the way, as I said, that's an impressive level 1 monster, 2,000 defense. My lord, that is good. Now, I'm not really too sure if that's a bad thing that he got that card, by the way. So that's a level 7. Oh, okay, so it's one of those you contribute and then... okay. Even if he does send my King of the Skull Servants to the graveyard, I have a way of bringing it back, which is the Mizuki in attack position. Oh yeah, because like he could bring Buster Blader out, and that's gonna have like quite a lot of attack, just enough to beat over my King of Skull Servants. Just, by the way, Oh wait, am I summoning? I think I am. Oh no, I'm banishing. I banished! Oh. There wasn't much I could do there. I had to banish something to bring it back. Well, I can do this. And then... Unfortunately, I'm not getting what the other thing I need, so I can play that to protect my bum at the moment, because that's all I can really do. And then get rid of that. Unfortunately, still gonna have enough to beat over my King of Skulls servants. That's fine. As I said, I've got a way of returning that without banishing my cards this time. Skilled White Magician. Summoning that. Outbust a dragon again. How many times do I have to destroy this thing? I've destroyed this card. This is now the third time, and it's brought out Buster Blader for the third time too. I'm getting sick of this card. No, because I've got another way of bringing it out without having to sacrifice. Oh, I won. Never mind. Culls! I didn't have to use my King of Skull servants. I mean, as I said, it works to an extent, but it's not consistent because I just don't have the cards at the moment at my resource to make it work. But anyways, it did work. Auto Saber Dragon, now that looks cool! I mean, I wasn't a fan of the whole Arc 5 series at all. I don't know why, it just didn't tickle my fancy. I just could not keep my interest either. And the whole fight at the end, it's the typical Yu-Gi-Oh! Standard. It's the most over-the-top duel, but the way the series ended I kind of liked. It was like a redemption arc in some type of way. Now, Darts is using an Aroma deck. Now, I must have derped, I think I said incantations. I was like, nope, nope, but I was editing the video too, and I was like, no, that's not the right archetype at all. It's like Aroma Mage or something like that. What does this want me to do? This wants me to sacrifice this and then lower... No, I should have waited because that thing's going to tribute itself. It's alright. I managed to get a card in the graveyard for now, but I wish I did it on that one because now the field spell's going to activate and then I think then that's going to boost its attack and then it gets a boost. It's like, that's a lot of boost. So now I've got to hope I get a Raigeki or a Dark Hole or something like that. And basically this whole deck just revolves around just increasing life points, which is a little bit annoying. So just send that to the graveyard. So that's 2 in the graveyard. And then just pot a greed up. And I've got another Foolish Burial. I can activate that too. Also lower that down a little bit. And then... you know what? I'm dumb. It's alright, I could have sent King of Skull servants to the graveyard and then sent a Mizuki to the graveyard. You know, actually could have acted smart. Actually, I can always, because I think if this... I think you can discard it or something like that. You can discard this card. Maybe not. I remember it did something. It was a way of getting King Skull servants out. I was like mucking around just before I did this recording and I was like, it could work. Or like, I'm pretty sure I'm going to recall how to do this. So many effects just activated. Okay, I can't comment what just happened because it's like my brain's just going, what is going on? I was like, are we in a loop there for a second? I was like, oh my lord, we're in a loop. That's a lot of life points. Oh, what? Did that just bust? It did. It busted through my defense and it lowered my... I think I had nothing to begin with anyways. Alright, my somewhat equivalent to... Oh, come on. Annoying. If I send that, and then send that, and activate Right Prince that I just sent to the graveyard. Yes. I think I just activated it twice. Oops. And then send one from my deck. Oh. Because I did a oopsies and used it twice. I wasn't meant to. So do that, and then I send 2 Skull Servants to the graveyard, plus the card itself, and then I can summon out a Skull Servant. I don't know if it's going to have enough attack. 5, yep, no, that's fine. And then I can summon out... And then I can activate that effect, Rightmare, select from... and return it to the graveyard. Yep, I return that. So it gives me 75, and then what are you asking me to activate? I generally can't remember what you want me to activate here. Does it tell me what it wants to oh, Rightmare. The special summon, no, because I'm going to keep losing cards there, and I don't want that. So I can set that. See how much attack this thing has? It's going to be absolutely beautiful when I crash into this card. Or not. I just gave Dart 7,500 life points. Are you nuts? He now has 16,000 life points. Never mind, he got 15,000 life points. And that card just keeps getting never mind, it just reset, never mind. I was like, this card just keeps getting attack. 14,500 life points. This is nuts. And I'm struggling at 2,200. 2,200, that sounds better off the tongue actually. I bet I'm gonna get smacked with like a huge amount of attack in a second. Oh no! Oh, well, that sucked. I was doing so well until that happened. Oh, as I said, I can't comment what was happening. It was just like, command, command, command. I'm like, what's going on? This is nuts. Where am I? And why does Darts have so much life points? Oh, that was so annoying. Oh, so close yet so far. The Skull Serpent deck is actually quite fun to use if you actually had all the right cards, and at the moment I've got a terrible hand. Like, what is that hand? That's terrible. If I got Twin Twister, I would have been fine. I would have just got rid of Aroma Garden. And I would have got rid of the face down card too, because that would have been an unknown factor in this fact, but the fact that I now know that Draining Shield's in this deck, I got Pot of Greed too, still don't know what that does. Does that get rid of Aroma Garden? I hope so. No, it didn't. That's annoying. By the way, that was sarcasm for those who didn't pick up on the joke. And then I do that, and then what I can do is Allure of Darkness, and then I can... What I can do is... Oh, it's not dark. Oh, that's annoying. And then I guess I can do that and go Lady and Right. Dump that, and then go Graceful Charity. Dump that. And then dump that. Activate that. Select. Okay, I just want to do that, and then bring that back. Activate that. Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll special summon it then. And then what I can do after that, alright, I've got a way around it. I didn't have to use Raigeki, I guess. And then just do that. It still goes to my graveyard. We still got the end result that I wanted. Oh, it's so close! Oh, it's like this could be an OTKO, and I was short by 1,000. Oh, not salty whatsoever. Oh, so close. Oh, and as I said, this deck was made with the resources that I have on hand, and unfortunately, it's just a little short. Oh, and then I just Raigeki and win the match. Oh, I was like, I'm gonna get an OTKO, and I was just short by 1 card. Well, that made short word of darts. I'm gonna have a look at that deck, because that's a nuts deck that just gives you so much life points, it's not funny. I was like, yes, I'm gonna get OTKO on recording! And this is a trash build of this version of this deck. I shouldn't say trash build. It is a trash build. It's a trash build version build of, wow. Can't English. I'm just, mind boggled that nearly came close to an OTKO. Which is a 1-turn kill. Unfortunately not an FTKO. I don't even know if you can FTKO with this deck. You probably can, I'm just not smart enough to figure that out. So that gets sent, and then properly, and unfortunately in a bit of a situation where there's not much else I can really do. So I'm just going to summon that in attack position. Even if it goes to the graveyard, it's still quite handy in the graveyard, because then I can banish it and special summon a card. So I could potentially sack off a King of Skull Servants. Never mind, it just got Raigeki'd. I got a taste of my own medicine there. Armageddon Knight, so he's just going to discard. Why am I not using Armageddon Knight? That's actually kind of handy. Because that, when it's summoned, I can send 1 dark monster from my deck to the graveyard. And it's a 1400 monster. Still kind of handy. Just play that, I guess. And then if it gets too bad, I'll just play a Dark Hole. Dark Hole is kind of like a double-edged blade here. And by that I mean it's a good one, because I can use it to my own advantage to put monsters in the graveyard and also save my hiney. Which I'm gonna have to do right now. Scrap Archfiend. Ooh. It's a big beat stick with no effect. Now what did that do? Gonna smack me quite hard, that's for sure. Hold on. I'm doing that. And then... okay. No, we're good. As long as I survive, which I am, by the way, I'm good. I completely forgot what that was doing, by the way, if you didn't work that out. So then we play Dark Hole. Get rid of them. 4,000, that's still enough to like be quite a big threat on the field too. Alright, smack Jerry around for 4,000 life points. It wasn't as impressive as the last duel, but still. It's quite impressive that a 1-star monster is, or level 1 monster, say that's not even the right word, but I'm probably gonna get smacked here. So 3 cards, but even then, like, they're all gonna have to go in defense position because, you wouldn't really want to put a card in attack position up against Skull Servant. Yeah, I need to put Armageddon Knight in my deck. Do I have Armageddon Knight? That's the question. Oh. Oh no, he's just gonna go for a synchro. For Go Guardian? What? Why does he have that? Why does he have Goyo Guardian? I think that's how you pronounce it. You can discard a dark monster, send one dark monster. Hold on. Once per turn, you can discard... Okay, yeah, we're summoning that. And an activate. We can discard that. Check field. And then, was it special summon? Send one... Okay, no, that's cool. And then send one dark monster. Okay, don't have any more Skull Servants, which is fine. And then what I want to do is send that there. And then we go into battle phase. I'm going to get rid of Goyo Guardian, because I kind of feel that's... Oh. I'll get rid of that then. I can't destroy Goyo Guardian, because I'm pretty sure the effect monster in the graveyard stops that. Okay, Tribute. I don't have any trap cards. This deck doesn't actually run any trap. Oh, wow, going for another Synchro. Oh, no, it wasn't a Synchro. It was a Exceed. That's gonna be either good or bad. Constella Ptolemy. Okay. Not a big thing, because I can just resummon it. It wasn't like it's a high-leveled monster that I had to tribute. It wasn't like an Exceed or a Fusion. A Fusion. A Fusion. Ignore my dyslexia for today. It never gets any better, I swear. And then send that. And then Foolish Burial. And then we just send... I don't know. We'll just send this to the graveyard. And then we plays this. 9,000 whopping attack. I mean, no, that's banishing, never mind. I was like, we could even take it further, but I just want to do this for 6,300 damage. Okay, for a deck that I said was somewhat rubbish, it's actually now performing. Prior to recording, it was not performing, and I was so worried about this deck. I was like, I'm going to be using this deck, showing it off, and it's not going to work, and everyone's going to laugh at me because I'm using the trashiest version of this deck because that's all I've got access to at this point in the game. It's working somewhat well. I mean, as I said, it's probably not working to the extent that this deck actually runs, which is... Some of the things I've seen this deck do is absolutely nuts. About time I actually finally got Burial to a Different Dimension, which gets cards out of my banish zone. So even if I banish them, I can get them back. So things like, oh, I'm in trouble. What the? Bet probably wants me to activate. I want to activate next turn. Send Graceful Charity. I was kind of hoping I got a discard. So, boom. And then we do... Hold on, there's like... And then we send... Yikes, yikes. No. And then we want to do... Did I make a boo-boo? I swear I was going somewhere with that. Lowered that down. Even though I didn't have to, because I just realised I've got a Raigeki in my hand. Blow that up. That's doing something. Oh, okay. Charging Guy the Fierce Knight. So it's like, this Buster Luster, Black Luster. I don't know why I said Buster. Wow, thanks dyslexia. I don't even know where the world that got Buster from. Black Luster Soldier and Gaia. Did I send a... I thought I did. Or do I not? Oh, I derped. I set the wrong one. I was actually meant to send Right Prince to the graveyard. I made a derpy derp there. That's right, I'll just summon this. For 3,000, luckily, just enough. Get rid of that. What is that doing? Max of 6. Once per turn you can remove 3 spell counters. Okay, so it gets a ritual. That's it, it's not that bad. I thought it did something nasty and I was like, ooh, that's bad. Kinda bad, actually. Can that probably can. I'm probably in a lot of trouble here. The fact that it could do that. I'm gonna get hit for quite a lot of attack points here. This could even be an OT. Oh no. It's like this could even be an OTKO here, but no, he didn't do the ritual summon. I don't. Summoning sickness, I think, off the top of my head. I will activate that, actually. And I'm not gonna bring back those cards. I'm gonna bring back mine, that's all I cared about. And then I play Monster Reborn. And then we bring... I could even bring back his card. But my card's gonna be more superior. Now, if I can find a way, which I probably can't. Just gonna do that for now. I don't think this can do... Oh, whoops, once per turn. Okay, so if he does, he actually can't use the... He can't attack after using that effect. I just completely derped and realised that he had that effect. I was like, whoops, I didn't realise it was once per turn. So he's using that to get another ritual card out. I think he even has, like, what he needs. Okay, my King of Skull Servants. I think I've actually made a grave mistake here. Okay, that's got sent to the graveyard. Now I can activate it. I can send a Skull Servant and a Lady in Right to the graveyard. And because he used that effect, he could not attack. Oh, that was annoying. That didn't pay off in the end. I just want to double check my graveyard. Because I can summon a zombie. Actually, I should be able to summon out King of Skull Servants. I do have to pay a bit of a price here. And then summon out King of Skull Servant. I don't know how strong it's going to be though. 4,000, just enough to beat over the Black Luster Soldier. Just enough. The problem though is if he brings out the Super Soldier, I can't remember off the top of my head if that was able to do some nasty stuff. Okay, I think he's just milling his deck there with terraforming. It's not me what terraforming does. So I say, wouldn't that get rid of all your spell counters? Oh no, I did that just to get the ritual card into his hand. I think... Okay. It's got the ritual card and the ritual card to bring it out. I got a Foolish Burial, which is good. We'll send that to the graveyard. Not really to power up. I think I already had one in the graveyard, but whatever. I just wanted another one in there just for its effect. Just to get rid of that. The problem is though, I don't know if I'll get a chance to actually use its effect if I lose my Skull Servant. Foolish Burial just to get another card in there, I think just for banishing fodder. It's gonna say, he's gonna bound to pop that eventually. Okay, put in, ow, the sun is like coming through my window and just blinded me then. I feel like a zombie is like, oh, my eyes! Summon that, because why not? The only reason why it's in its deck is because of its graveyard effect, actually. It doesn't do any, like, support on the field. Oh, okay. I can't bust through that. Raphael was holding on, but unfortunately, as haven't really had the best of cards, and things keep going to the banished zone. Oh, okay. Exceed. Exceeds are nasty sometimes. Oh, Big Eye. I don't remember what this thing does. I should know. Oh, it's taking control. Oh, it's gonna have 0! Oh no, it takes perma control, does it? Oh, that's kind of annoying. I can't even use Twin Twister, but I can use an effect. Oh wait, why am I using this again? Good question, I don't even know. I've made a bit of a grave mistake. If this card is normal or special in... Yep. Okay, we'll special summon this. I completely forgot I don't have another King of Skull Servants in my graveyard. Activate that. What do you want me to chain? No, actually, that sun is burning. Right, send a Skull Servant and then a Lady of Right into the graveyard. Battle phase, and I'm just going to crash into that. Just get rid of it. I would have crashed into Skull Servant and then used my effect, but it's like, that Big Eye's a bit more of a threat considering it steals monsters. I was gonna say, is that really going to attack me with 0 attack? That'd be interesting. Yes, I actually will use my Burial from a different dimension. And then use that, that, and that. And this will take the win. Because now I'm going to activate the effect of Mizuki. Get my King of Skull Servants. With 8,000 whopping attack, and unfortunately, if this was turn 2, that would have been amazing for an OTKO, but yeah, unfortunately, not the case. Cool, so it's nice seeing 1,000 life point damage being dealt, and... Oh, I didn't do Valon. I must have completely missed him when I was going through checking if I did everyone. Alright, we're moving on to Kaiba, which is of course going to have a Blue Eyes deck. If he doesn't, then I'm just going to fall out of my chair, because when does Kaiba not have a Blue Eyes deck? He loves his Blue Eyes just a little too much, let's be honest. He has a Blue Eyes airplane, and his suit in Duelist of the Roses is a Blue Eyes White Dragon. I mean, it's kick-ass badass, but it's just like, dude, you've got something wrong with you. You're just too obsessed with Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's kind of a little scary. Alright, Totem Dragon. Okay, it's kind of like Kaiser's Seahorse a little bit. Alright, let's start off with... Actually, no, let's not start off with that. Because I want to kind of keep that as... okay. We will banish that. And then... Actually, yeah, I will activate it. Because if this goes well... Oh, never mind. It wasn't a trap. I was like, oh. And then we go... Get rid of that. Get rid of that. You want me to activate Twin Twister on nothing? Sure. Okay, and then we go... Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Nope, because there's nothing to actually use it on. 5,000, is that all I got? Bit disappointing, I'll give it 6,000 then. I'll send my Skull Servant from the Banished into the graveyard. 6,000 whopping attack. Boom. Damn it, I actually generally thought I sent more to the graveyard. I must have just had a lot of spells in there. Damn it, I was kind of hoping to have a big chain there, but no, it didn't. It didn't work like that. Alright, so Totem Dragon just got summoned from the graveyard. Ancient Rules for a blue-eye. No, for a Rabid Dragon. Okay, using the effect of Totem Dragon for another Rabid Dragon. And then exceeding. Well, it has to be Azure Eyes. No, Thunder. Oh, it's Exceed. Never mind. Thunder and Dragon. It's Exceed monster. 3,000. Oh! Okay. You got rid of my card. Fine. I can easily just Monster Reborn it. That's not a big issue. If I didn't have Mizuki at all in my graveyard, I had Monster Reborn just to fix that issue. And then we grab my Skull Servant. You want me to activate? Yeah, I thought so. Right, just summon that again. So I was just reading up something. I was like, I have a short-term memory issue. It's like, I never remember. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't need to do this, but it's just like, I may as well. Sacrifice a bit of life points, even though, as I said, I didn't really need to, because I'm still going to do enough life point damage and just power up my own King of Skull Servants, you know? I was actually just using a bit of my brain there for a second. Alright, Valon. Frame Assembly. Okay, I've got no idea what this deck is at all, because I never grinded this, and Yami Yugi I never grinded either, so those two decks are going to be complete surprises for me. Alright, so since this deck is somewhat working, I should actually change the icon of this deck too. I just realised we're still using the robot. Okay, this is actually somewhat of a decent hand, because we can do quite a bit with this. Pot of Duality. Frame Overload. Wind Up Rabbit. And Frame Gear Beta. This has like a hand trap in this archetype, I'm pretty sure. But I think for that you needed to have a Frame Vanilla monster, I think. Wind Up Rabbit. Why does that sound familiar to me? Once per turn. That's the handy one where I can keep putting monsters into my graveyard. So I'm gonna send a Skull Servant there. And then I can use Graceful Charity. Cools. So then I can send that. Send that. And then what I can also do then is summon this. Still got decent attack to activate that effect. And then I can always discard that. And then discard that card. I was like, maybe I should discard whatchamacallit and then just revive it with Monster Reborn. I was like, no, we'll hold off for now. Okay, so it can banish itself, continue the attack. I'll just go straight for a direct attack then. Oh, never mind. It's gonna summon out that, and unfortunately I can't overcome that one. No. That's fine, because he can't attack me. It has the same defense, but okay, it gets banished. Cool, so does that mean that Wind Up Rabbit comes back, or does that remain? No, it comes back. Alright. It's kind of like got a bit of a protection like Stardust Dragon. Right, Nightmare. Yep, I can activate it again. I couldn't activate it. Alright, we'll just send that. And then we'll go... You know what? I'm just going to send that to the graveyard. And then Monster Reborn it. My King of Skull servants onto the field. It's going to have decent attack too. 5,000, alright. I thought it'd be a little bit more impressive. Still, 5,000's nothing to scoff at. That's a 5,000 beat stick. For free. Right, continue the attack. We went through. And this is going to go through too then. 5,000 whopping damage. Boy, this is wreck and shop. And as I said, I seriously wish I had the proper cards to actually run this deck. Armageddon Knight actually sounds quite nice in this deck too. So I might actually, as I said, I'm going to, at the end of this, when I've done all the duels, I'm going to double check to see if I've even got that card. Now, what do you want me to activate? Gives me an extra card. I mean, it does slightly drop mine, but that's fine. I'm going to activate this effect. Discard cat. Dat. Blah. And then we'll go... Just get rid of that. Sure, why not? For another card. And then, because that's got 0 defense, it's just going to banish itself. No, it actually didn't this time. So this should go through for a whopping 7,000 or 7,700 life point damage. Cool, so we did all that. We got a lot of cards there. Next up is Yami Yugi. I wonder if he's going to get crushed by King of Skull Servants too. It's going to be quite cool if we take out a 10 with like a level 1 monster. Right, second to go, so I'm going first. No OTKOs here. Oh, a bit of a disappointing hand, unless I get a Lure of Darkness out of my Pot of Greed. Which would be quite nice if I do. Nope, but I did get a Graceful Charity, that's a little bit better. I got a Foolish Burial. Send that. Send that. And then send another card to the graveyard. And then I'm just going to summon this. I can't activate. Oh, you're an Earth. You're annoying. The other card I'm pretty sure is a Dark Monster. Though you're specifically for zombies and you actually special summon, so I can't really say you're bad, but in this case scenario you were pretty bad. If I'd remembered that, I would have sent something else to my graveyard. Oh, Swords of Revealing Light. Oh, another card that does this. Magical Citadel of Endymon. Endymon sounds like a Digimon. Are you a dark monster? No, you're not. You're annoying too. No, because Yugi doesn't have anything face up. So I will summon you though. And that's all she really kind of wrote for this turn because I can't attack, I can't use any effects. So, blah. Not going my way at all. As I said, it's somewhat consistent about 50% of the time. Oh, a lot of counters going on here. Oh, Light Swan. That's Synchro. Arcanite Magician in defense. More spell counters too. Oh, did that just raise its attack? That's fine. That's kind of not fine. That's a lot. Oh, are we doing another synchro? Or is it fusion? Okay, it's fusion. Supreme Arcanite Magician in a definitely attack position. I am definitely going to be using this. Gonna drop its attack so I don't lose that much life points. I'm not gonna lose anything. Haha! Oh, I should have waited till battle phase. I didn't realize I was gonna gain a little bit more attack. That's cool. At least I only lost 400, not 3,400. Oh. It only wants me to do that because the opponent has something. Alright, can you please do me something here? So, no. Can you please... There's Mizuki in the graveyard, which means I can easily just send this to the graveyard. No. And then just do... Activate you. Summon out my King of Skull servants. Hopefully... No. 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 Hold down B because I'm going to get prompted so much it's not funny. Oh, there's a Swords Revealing Light in the field. Oh, no. I made an oopsie. I completely forgot Swords was even on the field. I was very narrow-sighted there. Ugh. Boom. That's an Ike's. There are so many spell counters going on at the moment, I can't even keep track. Twin Twister actually at the moment would be very nice. Game. Whew. Bit nasty. You know that will save me. Yes. And having another one in the graveyard actually is going to be handy, but if I survive, that is. Actually, you know, I could very well... You know what? I'm going to tempt fate here. And just bring back my Mizuki. No. And then activate it again. To bring out... No. And then that way... At least then I've got cards to protect me. Right, that goes, so I can attack next turn. And as I said, I've got ways of reviving it at least, so I can bring it out and get rid of that card. And that's all he's going to be able to do, because he doesn't have any counters at the moment to actually get... Oh, he did. I can bring it back, it's not an issue. I was kind of hoping I would draw like a dark hole or something. Alright, it's fine, we can use this. Nope. I got Twin Twister. Awesome. We can send that to the graveyard, that's fine. Yep. Yes. And then activate Twin Twister. I can send one of them to the graveyard, I'm cool with that. No. Right, send a Skull Servant and then send a Lady in Right to the graveyard. Activate the effect, activate Skull Servant. No. Alright, that's back onto the field. I really had to use my brain there. 8,000 whopping attack. And we're gonna get rid of this thing. Ouch. Alright, now that that's finally out the way, I think the most of my problems are finally gone. Hopefully. Okay, that was a lot of spell counters used. What's that doing? And why does that sound frightful? Synchro? Uh-oh. Is that... Are we going through this again? Could then go for fusion. Oh no. We're back to this again, are we? Well, you're gonna direct attack me, I'm just gonna hold on. But that's fine, you kind of left me in a position where I can just revive again. Use this. Bring back my 2 Mizukis. I don't care if you get a spell counter, that's actually getting really annoying. Then use my Graceful Charity. Oh, I actually got my Dark Hole. Which I'm not going to use because I've just got Raigeki and I was forced to choose one or the other, but they both would have done the exact same thing. So Raigeki. Get rid of both of them. Yes, you will get a lot of spell counters there. And then activate Mizuki again. Banish it to the banish to the banish zone. I'm gonna send it to the banish zone. And then summon out Skull Servant, who's gonna have 9,000 whopping attack and take the win. Just take the win, by the way. Whew, that was a lot of stuff going on there. At the end, I'm like, please just get rid of the cards. All right, last duel. Oh, actually, we've managed to do an hour on this, so either these duels were quite long or I just had a lot of duels to do. We haven't even done the card opening yet. Cool, I'm going second. So Yugi, it's like a Skull Servant versus Skull Servant deck, and I don't even know what Yugi's running, but I'm pretty sure he's using Light Sworn. There was even Light Sworn in the previous duel too. Alright, so we got Mizuki, got Skull... I saved it. It's kinda. So we can I did the wrong thing. It's fine. Send that and then send that to the grave. Skibidi-ba-ba-ba. Boo-boo. What do you want me to activate? Right, Prince? Okay, nope. I mean, yes, but not yet, because I've got one in my hand. Oh, I didn't actually get anything that I wanted. That's fine, we can just do that. And then we can easily just Dark Hole. And then activate my Mizuki's effect. And then... Oh, I'm not going to be doing an OTKO here. You want me to activate Barrel from a different dimension, which is going to be a big fat nope. Summon that out for 4,000 attack, that's better than nothing, and direct attack with that. Still, I got my beast on the field first go. And now, Yugi's already got something in the graveyard. Oh, he's already got a King of Skull Servants in the graveyard. Ha! Dark Hole. Rats. Lady in attack position? Dragon's Mirror. What? What's he fusion summoning? Oh! That's cool! I didn't even realize there was a fusion card for this deck. I don't even have it, by the way, so don't ask. That's cool! So you can use Dragon Mirror to bring that out, but it's a banish. It's cool because I've got a Foolish Burial. It's kind of fitting that there's a Foolish Burial belonging to a Foolish Duelist. So I'm going to bring back Mizuki from my banish zone. I've actually generally forgotten what that's called. Send a Skull Servant to the graveyard. And then we'll use Raigeki. Get rid of that. And then activate the Mizuki from my graveyard. Send that back to the banished. And revive my King of Skull Servants. Onto the field. Battle phase. And that's the victory. Unless, of course, there was like some type of hand trap. But no, there's not. Yay! Sweet! Everyone is now beaten, which means Duel Monsters is fully completed 100%. The campaign is finished, the Duelist challenges are all beaten. I haven't gotten all the cards, I'll do that in my own time for DP grinding. Campaign is fully finished, and which means in the next episode we're moving on to GX, which is going to be fun. It's also one of my favourite series for Yu-Gi-Oh! The whole general series is something that I really enjoy. I don't know why GX kind of resonates with me. Zexal's probably my second favourite. The original Duel Monsters has to be tied second there as well. Kind of hard to choose between those two. I really like Zexal, mainly because of Yuma's growth from like beginning to end. He starts off, you know, not the greatest duelist, but you know, there's actual character growth there. There's a little bit of redemption as well. It's really fun to watch. Duel Monsters is just... it's a classic, you can't hate it. As much as there's so many errors in the series, it's just like, how could you not hate it? As I said, Arc 5 is definitely not my favourite. It's definitely down there. Reigns I can't watch because it's not out on Crunchyroll in Australia. And then 5Ds... yeah, I'd definitely put 5Ds behind the original Duel Monsters. Unfortunately, what really sits with 5Ds for me is I just don't remember anything all that exciting from it, which is weird because my favourite archetype comes from 5Ds, which is Blackwing, which is Crow, but as I said, it's just nothing really that sticks out in my head. And the plot twist at the end for the Japanese 5Ds was great, and all was like, wow, that's a really good pull just then, and it was a really good plot twist too. But it's just like, there wasn't anything that really hit as like, I don't know, major for me. But don't get me wrong, it's still a good series, but if it comes to like counting down the series that kind of hits home for me, it's GX and Zexal that really hit for me, and I think that might be an unpopular opinion of Zexal being quite good. Evenly Matched. I think Evenly Matched is actually quite a good card because it's a hand trap, and if you activate it like in a battle phase where you have like no cards on the field and your opponent has a like stacked field, it forces them to banish. Is it banish? Yeah, it is banish. So you can banish their entire field except for one card. It's actually quite a good card. So getting that of Kaiba's pack so early is quite good. Malefic Blue Eyes White Dragon. Nope, wouldn't use. I think out of all the Malefic cards, from memory there was like Cyber End Dragon. I think Stardust had one too. I think they're about the only good Malefics to use, mainly because it's extra deck, so you're not like banishing a card from your actual deck to bring out a Malefic. Whereas you can just get rid of a card from your extra zone, which doesn't make a huge amount of difference in dual play, just to summon that card. Because getting Cyber End Dragon out is quite a bit of a pain, but at the same time you don't need to run a brick in your deck to be able to run that card, so kind of handy in a way. Hopefully that made sense. I know when I was explaining it, I'm like, I don't even understand what I'm saying. Someone will probably decipher that for me. I'm just dying, never mind. We even got this. Oh, I need a drink. I explained that so bad that I started choking on my words. Legendary Feed, nice. I like that card. Especially if you could like stack it up with so much stole. It would be so handy. I mean, you could do like Marshmallow with Marshmallow glasses, Swords of Revealing Light. That's all I can really think of at the moment in regards to like redirecting attacks. Oh, Blue Eyes Shining Dragon, that's a terrible card. They hype that card up so much, but the fact that you need Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon to be tributed to even summon this card, it's just like, why? You may as well just use the 4500 beat stick instead. It's a really hard card to bring out, and I don't even think it's worth it, in my honest opinion. I could be completely wrong, but... And not only that too, you can't substitute Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, it has to be Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. But if you could substitute it, it wouldn't be that bad, but yeah, it's just the fact that you can't, it's just bleh. Maxi! Banned! I remember using that card back in the day. Blah, got it again. Alright, we'll open up a few more cards. Glass Slippers, Thunder Dragon Colossus. Barox. Melody of Awakened Dragon. Oh yeah, I used that. Discard one card, add up to 2 dragons. Yeah, I used that to get Chaos Max Dragon into my hand. If that's what I was using, because I was using the Ritual card. I'm not sure if I can use Advanced Ritual, or if that banished. If it did, I might put Barrel from a different dimension in the deck. Dimension Fusion. Oh, that's cool. If I was to do that, I could pay 2,000 light. Then again, that could be bad. Oh, excuse me. Now I'm overthinking. Embodiment of Apophis, Blue Eyes Solid Dragon. I think that's the bad one. I definitely don't remember running it. I think I run Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Beacon of White. And we'll open up one more, because 669. Why not? Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon. You don't run it, you run Chaos Max Dragon. Alright, cool, so that's gonna be it for now. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the series up until now in regards to the Duel Monsters period. And as I said, next episode, which is quite fitting, considering that the episode tomorrow is the same day that the international release of this game happens. And the fact that we're doing onto GX at the same time kind of feels like perfect timing. So that's awesome that that happened. So yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward to that era. There should be some interesting cards that we both see and should be able to pull from the booster packs. So unfortunately, I'm stuck doing Kaiba at the moment. I kind of wish I got around to doing booster packs a little bit quicker, but you know, I was a little bit slow on that. And yeah, looking forward to you guys roasting me or just critiquing what I've done with like the Skull Servant deck. And as I said, that's using the cards I've got access to. There's like other cards, but I don't have access to them at the moment because they're either from Bakura's booster pack or from the GX era's booster packs, which is Bastion's booster pack, because apparently he has a couple that I could potentially use and I don't have access to them. So keep that in mind with that Skull Servant deck. It's obviously not up to scratch, but it's what I can deal with at the moment. But anyways, I've done enough rambling. So I've just completely blanked on my outro. Yay! So until next time, make sure you're so beautiful, and this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao!